Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ian from MaddenSchool.com, and today we're going over a really easy play that you can add to your scheme. Destroys any sort of zone coverage with a bunch of different options. It also does a good job of beating man-to-man coverage as well, but we're predominantly going to use it against cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 type defenses. So this play is found in the New York Jets playbook as well as a few others. It's in the gun tight Y off formation. The play is called tight end corner. Now, I usually run this from the right hash mark, although you don't necessarily need to. I just find it works a little bit better, especially against like a cover 4. To set it up, all we're going to do is put our B or circle receiver on a streak route. And the other 4 routes are, in my opinion, 4 of the best routes in the entire game. The route that this X receiver's on gets open against both man, zone, pretty much anything. The running back on his little angle route, great route. This guy's route, if you have a good receiver here, can often beat man-to-man coverage. If you have like a mediocre receiver, he usually won't. And the tight end's route is what I like to call unzone droppable, if that's a word. Meaning if they set 30-yard zone drops, it still can't be covered. And so that's going to be really, really important. If your opponent's calling zone, he has to use it. There's no way you can, without putting a guy in man coverage, there's no way you can stop it. And even if you do put a guy in man coverage, if you have a good tight end here with like a good decent ability or good route running, he should still beat man coverage from like a linebacker or something like that. So first I'm going to call it against cover 3, then I'll take you to cover 2, cover 4, and then I'll show you zone drops as well to show you that even if they set 30-yard zone drops, it doesn't matter. So the guy that we kind of want to hit on this play is going to be this tight end. Now you're not always going to have the time to throw that. So when you snap the ball, you're going to have to diagnose pretty quickly, like, hey, will I have time to throw this? Are they sending like a heavy blitz? If yes, if they are sending a blitz, maybe I throw to one of my check down options. If they are sending like only 3 or 4 guys and you have a decent offensive line, then you'll know, hey, I can wait for this guy to come open. Now, if you are expecting the blitz to come here, the X receiver's route is really good and this angle route is really good from the running back. But we're going to throw this a little bit differently than you might be accustomed to. We want to throw it very quick off of the breaks. We don't want to wait for them to get past each other or kind of in the middle of the field together. We want to throw this like right here is where we want to throw it. We don't want that guy coming all the way to the middle of the field. We don't want one user to be able to defend both the running back and this extra square receiver. And we're going to throw it to the running back like right there, generally. And so all that's going to do is just going to make it so that whoever they're using, they have to commit one way or the other. If they commit to the X receiver, they said perfect accuracy. Sure, it's perfect accuracy. So if they commit to that X receiver, then we hit this RB receiver right here. It doesn't look like much, but it's about 8 to 12 yards every single time. If they commit over here to the running back, then we're going to throw it right here. Now you can see there's no possible way a user can defend both of those, which is why we throw it so early. So like if we were to, if maybe like number 56 or the other linebacker were defending our running back, they have to be out here in order to defend it. There's no possible way they can be over here at the same time. And if they're over here defending this guy, there's no possible way they can be defending our running back there. Now, kind of compare that to if we were to wait a little bit longer. So if we were to wait, a lot of people like to throw it here. A user can really do a decent job of taking away both, and then it's just him guessing or him being in the right spot if you throw it that late, which is what a lot of people like to do. Right here, it's already too late to be throwing it because a user can just be standing right in the middle and taking away both of those options. So it is very important to throw it with the right timing here. But your main read is going to be this guy here. Obviously, if you're under pressure, if you're taking a lot of heat, you do just want to check it down. I'm just trying to really force it into this guy. Now you're using that B receiver on a streak route to clear out any sort of deep zone because there's no underneath zone that can cover the tight end's route, but those deep blue zones can. So we need to clear that out with the B or circle receiver on a streak route. And that creates a nice little pocket for us to throw into. So that's the cover 3. Let me show you cover 2, then I'll take you to cover 4, and then I'll go over the zone drops. So we can do the same thing against Tampa 2. Again, just put the B receiver on a streak. And I do like to be on the right hash mark, but that's not that important for like a cover 2 or a cover 3. It's more important for a cover 4. So you can see we just drop it right over the top there. Really easy pitch and catch. And then we still have our other two options, which I love. You can hit this guy here. Doesn't look like much. We ended up with, what, 10 yards really easily. And then if they commit over there with their user, we can hit this guy. Again, I don't know what our guy's doing with the accuracy there. So we can hit this guy really easily. Again, 9-10 yards really easily there. So that's the look against cover 2. Let me now take you into a cover 4. So same play, tight end corner, gun tight Y off formation. Put the B or circle receiver on a streak route. You're going to see that still the tight end should get open. It's a really easy catch against any sort of zone defense there. And then you'll still have, you can still throw this ball. I threw it a little bit late, but you get the point there. If the user's running with the tight end, you can throw it late. If the user's sitting there in the middle of the field, though, you don't really want to throw it late. And then you have the running back coming out of the backfield. So you still have those three options. Remember, that wide triangle receiver, if he's good, is going to just destroy man-to-man coverage most of the time, if he's good. If he's mediocre, like we kind of have here, it may not work that great. So I'm not really going to show that to you here. But if you have like a route technician or short end elite, something like that, he's going to do a really good job of beating it. So let me set our zone drops here, both curl flats and regular flats, to 30 yards, just to show you. It doesn't matter, like if they can do a cover 3 with 30-yard zone drop set, and we'll still easily get beyond it. So that's what I'm talking about. Is it's essentially unzone droppable. You can't defend it with those zone drops. And if they're setting zone drops at 30, you can see how open everyone else is going to be underneath. Like if they're really going to be that aggressive, then we'll just hit someone underneath too. Like we don't have to try to hit the tight end on a tight ball there. We can just take 10 yards every time. Now, obviously, if it's 3rd and 18, maybe you're trying to hit the tight end anyway, and you can do that. We're just able to drop it right over him. It's going to be the same thing with cover 2. They're just going to drop. They're not going to be able to drop back fast enough, essentially. And remember, against cover 2 or cover 3, you still can run this from the left hash mark. The one thing you're going to want to change, though, is if you're on the left hash mark, put the B or circle receiver on a fade route. And that's going to do a better job of taking like any sort of deep third deep with the fade instead of going with the tight end. Now, it's a subtle change, but it is pretty important to make this play work. And if you're on the right hash mark, you can still use the fade route. It's not really going to change all that much. You can see our guys open. That's just the case where sheds happen, pass rush happens, and this does take a while to get downfield. Obviously, the faster your tight end is going to be, the quicker his route is going to get open. And then the better your offensive line, the more time you're going to have to throw it. So the way the reads kind of work generally is right when you snap the ball, you want to kind of survey the defense real quick. Say, hey, are they sending 5, 6, 7 guys? Do I need to get this ball out quick? And if so, you look to the X receiver or the running back. If they're dropping 7, 8, 9 guys into coverage, then you're going to know, like, hey, you know, I can wait a little bit. I have some time, and I'll throw to our tight end on the corner route. That's basically all it is. You'll want to hit this X receiver quick, remember that, and you'll want to hit this running back quick. Don't wait for them to cross. And so now you have a really good way of beating really any zone coverage in Madden 23. So thanks for watching today's tip. Until next time, take care.